Hi, my name is Dominique Branch, and this is my very first vlog ever in life. I felt like I needed to share this with the world due to, a lot of people keeping their private lives very secretive, and I am that. I am very private with what I talk about, what I share about, but I think in this situation, I feel like there's more people out there like me possibly going through what I'm going through right now, and that's ovarian cancer. It's a very serious subject. July 2nd of 2018, I recently got a very large ovarian tumor taken out, and that could have saved my life. I know that for sure. I had over like 30 pounds of substance in my stomach, and I got it taken out, and it was tested, and it did come out to be a very rare ovarian cancer called immature teratoma. I want to shout out to Alexa Rosalette. I'm so sorry if I messed your last name up, but she is like a young 21-year-old at the time and had the same condition as I did, and I'm 30. And she's like the only person that really vlogged about her experience. And you did a great job because you helped me do what I'm doing today. So I do want to thank you for that. I want to keep it short and sweet. The reason why I decided to do this today is because I felt like I needed to kind of give you details on what happened, and just hoping that this would, open light to a lot of other people, because you never know when things will happen. I never thought in a million years that I would get cancer. Not saying that I wouldn't. I'm something special to not get cancer, but I never thought that it would happen to me. So maybe I guess I'll start from the beginning. I want to say maybe a couple of months ago, I was about to start getting back into the routine of working out and everything, and I noticed I had like a little budge coming through my belly button, so I assumed, of course, it was a hernia. I'm like, okay. I've had 2 kids. They're 13 months apart. My baby boy's birthday's today, actually. He's 3. And I have a daughter. She's 4. And so, you know how you try to self-diagnose yourself. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I've had them back to back, so maybe, my abdominal walls have weakened, and so I have a hernia. So I go to the general doctor. She's like, oh, yeah, it's a hernia. Let me go ahead and refer you to a general surgeon, and you're fine, So finally went to the general surgeon, and she kind of gave me the runaround, which I didn't appreciate. But, I mean, if you're not consistent with your doctors, and, that's what happens. So anyway, so she, I went to the general surgeon. She was like, oh, yeah, you might have 2 hernias or something, but we'll go ahead and do a CAT scan. And at the moment also, I let her know, like, well, I am starting to feel kind of cramping in my pelvic area. So she went on ahead and did a CAT scan order for my abdominal and my pelvic area. So I want to say maybe a month later. And the reason why I say a month later, because I work, and I didn't think it was that serious at the time, like, okay, everybody gets hernias, whoop-de-doo. So, long story short, she was out for 1 week. I was BSing, basically. I'm going to be real. And, when I finally did get a chance to get to her, she's like, oh, well, no, you don't have a hernia. You have a big mass in your pelvic area. And so I'm like, okay. And so she refers me to a gynecologist, which specializes in cancer. So, of course, naturally, I freak out. And, I'm thinking, oh, my God, I got cancer. What's going on? And so when I finally meet the gynecologist, not a gynecologist, it's a gynecologist. So he specializes in, tumors in your pelvic area or your ovaries and things like that. And so, he's a great doctor, by the way. And so I got to him, I want to say the last week of yeah, the last week of June. And then he was like, I can schedule you for surgery next week because you need to get this done. I literally looked like I was in my third trimester at the time. It's very huge. And you know, once I get this vlogging thing going, I will post pictures of how big my stomach was and then post pictures of after my surgery. And you can tell it's a major difference. So I had my surgery and, you know, everything went well, thank God. But he did mention, you know, that he will get my tumor tested to make sure it's not cancerous. And I was having high hopes that it wasn't, but unfortunately, you know, it was. And he told me what type of cancer I had. And actually, it's a very rare cancer. Like I said, it's called immature teratoma. And he said maybe 1,200 people in our country get it a year. So it's very rare. And, you know, it was standard protocol for me to start chemo, which is only for 9 weeks. This is actually my 4th day doing chemo. And at first it was very overwhelming. I did want to deny treatment because I felt so good after I had my surgery. I was healing up fine. But, you know, he said he got everything out that he needed to get out. But due to particles that could possibly be in my body, I needed to do the chemo. So I have 2 kids to worry about, you know, and that's my world. So I have to do it for them, and that's what I did. So I wanted to just kind of give you brief details of what happened, and I know you probably are looking at this like, what is all this on this girl? So like I said, this is my 4th day of chemo. And, you know, everybody is different, you know. Well, let me just talk about this real quick. This is basically my IV. So when I go there to do the chemo, they basically take this off, clean it, hook me up to a machine, and I get the medication I need for the chemo. Today was my 4th day, so it's made me really tired. I've been sleeping a lot. And, you know, I feel a little nauseated, but they prescribe they prescribe me pills. So I'm feeling okay, and I thank God for that. I thought I was gonna be like bedridden or anything like that, but I'm pretty much fine. And I do still try to eat regular food because I know I still need my nutrients. I drink lots of water. So yeah, and I also have a portal. That's why I have all this taped on me, because this is my IV, but I have a portal, and then here, if you can see that, but this is connected to like a main artery, and then all of this is underneath my skin, and they basically like prick me right here for the whole week. So tomorrow I'll try to videotape a little bit of the procedures of how they hook everything up, and I'll try to, like, you know, you'll see the IV and, you know, all that stuff. But let me see, what else am I missing? I hope I'm not confusing anybody, and if you have any questions, just, you know, inbox me and I'll try to answer those. Let's see. But yeah, basically, I mean, this is my IV and I'm hooked up to it, and I'm supposed to do this for 9 weeks. So 1 week is like 3 weeks. So I'm off 2 weeks. Then I go back again for chemo for a whole nother week. Then I go back again, well, 2 weeks later, and I go back again for a whole nother week. So that's my process right now, and this is what I'm going through right now, and I feel like that this would help someone. And I think, I guess another tip would be, if you do feel something in your body is not right, please go to the doctor, because I did go, but I didn't take as much protocol as I wish I would have done, because maybe it would have not got as bad. But I mean, that's life. Life happens. You know, you live and learn. Thank God I am still here. And so, like I said, I just want to give you guys some detail, and I don't want to make this super long or boring or anything, because I know when something is past like 15 minutes, I don't want to watch it. But I mean, this is good information, and I guess I could kind of give you a rundown of how my chemo week has been. You know, the first 2 days were good. I was eating well. The third week, you know, I noticed it was kind of harder for me to eat something. So I guess, you know, the medication was trying to break down, you know, the good cells and bad cells. But my third day and today was my fourth day. I felt really tired. Like during my chemo, I would sleep most of the time. So I did that, slept basically, woke up, ate again, drank a lot of water, and now I'm here because I felt like I needed to talk to the world about ovarian cancer and what I'm going through, and hopefully that this does help someone else. Know that you're not alone, and you know God is real. He is real, and He has brought me through so much stuff, and you know things could have been a lot worse, but you know I'm here and I'm getting through this. You know, I prayed for strength, and that's what He's given me. Like I said, if you guys have any more questions, just please feel free to hit the subscribe button, and I can answer all the questions that you need to know, because I mean this is a learning process for me too, but I felt like I needed to share this with the world because this is what I'm going through, and a lot of people don't talk about what's going on with them, and somebody out there could possibly be going through the same thing. So good night for now. I will try to post another video in the morning. That'll be my last day, well, my 5th day of my first week of chemo. Okay, so good night, loves. God bless.